1, 2. Bravo!
My name is Milton Abel. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm a pastry chef, but I live here in Copenhagen, Denmark now. Today we're gonna make a Danish Christmas classic, ris a rice pudding with almonds and cherry sauce. Ris is one of those things where it's a traditional dish. You look forward to it so much every year. I mean, oh man, it's a signature piece of the holiday. So if I screw it up, I basically ruined Christmas. What you're gonna need is 1,500 grams worth of milk. We're gonna spice that milk up with cardamom, cinnamon stick, and vanilla, probably the most important ingredient. We're using rice here, just a regular short grain rice, 65 grams worth of sugar, 4 grams worth of salt inside. Last one here is cream cheese. All the flavors inside of the cream cheese and the creaminess add so much to such a simple recipe. You could use mascarpone cheese as well. The zest of half a lemon, the zest of half an orange. Second most important besides the vanilla is almonds. I diced them up, but you can use whatever almonds you want. In the end here, we have the cherry sauce, which is going to finish up our dish. So we'll start here with our 1,500 grams of milk. Just gonna pour it in the pot. Let's crack in our cardamom pods here. I'm cracking the cardamom seeds in here so that they kind of open up a little bit in the milk and infuse a little bit more flavor. Cinnamon sticks in. This is a Tahitian vanilla bean. I split it. I'm scraping out all the pulp. I'm gonna drop everything into the milk. You can also use vanilla extract or vanilla paste if you don't have a vanilla bean. We're gonna go on the stove. Basically what I want to do is cook the ris a cook the rice pudding in a similar way you would risotto. We're going to get our milk hot and we're going to slowly add it to our cooking rice. We want our rice to cook and our milk to reduce at an even rate. And this should take about 35 minutes in total. You don't have to stir this all the time, but you have to stir it all the time. So we're almost there right now. You can start to see the activity move in, start to see it bubbling. So not raging boiling, actively simmering. There's some differences here for an American to a Danish Christmas. We dance around the tree. You all join hands and we just run around the tree and hold hands. And there are actual candles, lit candles on the Christmas tree. And just beware, any of you Americans who move here, all of the old Danes will try to get you wasted on the schnapps. Basically they say skål, which is cheers, but they will continue to say skål over and over and over again until you are fallen down. It's gonna look a little bit thin right now, but once it cools down and thickens up, the rice pudding will be at the proper consistency. We're gonna add our cream cheese. Just mix it in right now. Our sugar and our salt. And stir it around just to melt your cream cheese. This is another variation here at the end, is adding the orange zest and the lemon zest. We're going to pour this into our container here. I'm gonna lay some plastic wrap in direct contact so it doesn't form a skin. It's really great if you can leave the rice pudding in the fridge overnight, but just until it's cool. Next part here is the cherry sauce. I make my cherry sauce like a cherry jam. I mixed 300 grams worth of cherries, 85 grams of sugar, and 1.5 grams of pectin all together, and I let this sit overnight. And what that did was get all the juice to come out of the cherries, so it's a little bit easier to cook them. By cooking the cherries in a large pot, you have a lot of surface area, and we're gonna blast it on high heat, super high heat. It cooks very quickly. The sugars don't caramelize, so the cherry flavor stays really fresh, and the color of the cherry jam will be really bright red. The bubbles are starting to burst a bit more slowly, and so we're almost ready. Cherry sauce ready. Yeah. Rice pudding base here, nice and thick, but we're gonna lighten it with whipped cream. This is about 150 grams of whipped cream for this recipe. I whip it just under where I want the whipped cream to be finished. It'll be more stiff once we're done folding it all in. That's our finished rice pudding, transformed by the whipped cream. Almonds last. Around the edge. Here we have a riz allemande with my new traditions, we'll call it. I think I'm ready for a verdict, as ready as I'll ever be. So I want to bring back my friends from OBG Brass, OG Gangsta, Triple OG Brass back with me to tell me how the American did making riz allemande. Yeah, that's lit.
Very god. Den er sådan set ret dansk.
Ja. Tusind tak.
Meget dygtig i smagen. Er det for opskriften derhjemme?
Yeah, the opskrifter. Click the link below, and the recipe will be right underneath it. Farewell, og go you. Glæd jul alle sammen. I smashed that. I was trying to time it with them. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Until next time.